What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another random movie review. I'm your boy JJ, and I got all the normal moviegoers with me this evening.
Looking through my Bible, searching for a song to sing. Heard a beautiful man that passed away.
So JJ, welcome back, brother. Thank you for coming, man. Tell people about your channel.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy
Heaven's
JJ.
the only place that it needs to be. And I know that you never felt pain like you feel today. Please remember
JJ, aka Sithlord, how are you doing?
How's everybody today? Great to be here. Thank you.
Doing great. Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Open them up. The world don't deserve your love no more. The Lord doesn't open up heaven's doors for you. Come on, walk on through. Walk on through, yeah. He's so loving, true and kind. And Father, friend of mine. My friend, just like honey and keeping it real. They both were a part of Mr. Hill. Memories will keep her filled. Had a heart so genuine, so true. And he's smiling down on us now. Said he's smiling down on us now. Got your some weeks today. Yes, he will up. Fly away. Heard you got your set of wings today. I know you got your set of wings. The world don't deserve your love no more.
Oh, Sithlord.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
You open them up for you. Yes, he did.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Random Movie Review.
Dedicated to the love and memory of Mr. Michael Hill, the Hill family, and any other family that's lost somebody that they cherish and love. Mr. Hill used to always tell me, say, I'm proud of you, boy. He used to have that smile, that big Kool-Aid smile. He's a cool dude, man. We miss you. Already we miss you. Rest in peace.
Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Come check it out. And thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
Open them up, fly away.
That thing actually didn't disappear yet.
Oh, she is rest in peace, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I ain't gonna
I'll be right back, Onzo.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's up?
Thank you, everybody that popped in today. As you guys know, that JJ passed away. Not sure exactly when, but I got the news today. His ex-wife messaged me and told me the news, and then I let everybody else know. So this stream is to honor this man because he was a good man. JJ was one of the best, man. And I had to do that little dedication at the beginning for him.
Yeah, that was fire, bro.
It was be missed.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really good.
Thank you.
Got me
guys,
choked
man.
up, man.
Never heard that song.
Trey
Me neither.
songs. Trey songs. Yeah. It's one of the songs I used to play when my dad passed away, and I figured it would be actually perfect for this time and moment. We got 40 people watching, so all you guys that are watching, thank you very much. It's an open panel, so if anybody wants to come in and share their thoughts about JJ or just have a conversation, it's there. Basco's here, Daishka's here, Danny's here, Andrea's here, Austinator's here, Nindroid, Aiden. Thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. Anybody wants to say anything can go right ahead because I gotta get my towel, man. Tears just fell down my face. I'll be right back.
He would definitely be missed, man. Like I said, me and JJ was talking about him coming down to South Carolina, where I live at. He lived in Florida. I think he had a family member, if I'm not mistaken, his sister lives where I live at. Looking forward to meeting him one day. This was a total surprise. When I was at work. You sent it, and I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And then as he got more information, he started passing on. Was able to dip into LDG's backstage, and of course the usual group were back there, and it was just a very solemn moment. Very people were shocked, couldn't believe, because like I think we did stream with JJ last week.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, yesterday I had yesterday I had a second round table, and I sent him a text, man. You want to come? Did you watch it? If you want in on it, man, just come on. Didn't hear from him. Thought maybe he was on Hanstar channel doing something, because he usually was pretty tight with Hanstar. So not thinking anything, definitely not thinking this.
Yeah.
But he would definitely be missed. JJ always had a way of saying stuff, a way of what I remember about a man is when he's smoking his stuff, he would start giggling. And I always thought that was funny. When he was, I guess, feeling good and not feeling any pain, he would do a little giggle. Then he would always talk about how he never read the comic books and never read this. He watched the movies, and that was his way of knowing about the movies. But he was very, very knowledgeable with the Star Wars stuff. I mean, JJ knew his Star Wars backwards and forward, and Star Trek. And so he would definitely be missed. Like I said, I still don't want to believe it. When I initially saw Anzo text, I didn't believe it. But then as you start getting more texts and more stuff
what happened to him?
We really don't know. All we know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Anzo, JJ always complained he had heart issues.
Yeah.
But he had.
I think I remember hearing about that.
What I heard from Hanstar was that his roommates were out of town. He looked like he was getting up and fell down, and they didn't discover him until today because they didn't hear from him all day. They checked on him around noon, and they found his body.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I heard from Hanstar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, man, JJ took the time to learn how to pronounce my name the first time we met, man. And he was a person of total respect all the time. He had his way of saying it. If he would come at you, he'd come at you diplomatically and stealth-like, But I said it on Wednesday on my show when he jumped on. He definitely influenced many people. I know a lot of people like Nindroid and stuff like that with his knowledge of, topics and subjects and life itself. And
oh yeah,
he was in everybody's chat. Everybody, if he was there for a split second to support it, and he cared about everybody, and that's a fact. And the fact that you're not gonna see that name pop up in those chats is gonna be a void in our community, in our fellowship.
Facts.
It's gonna be a huge void, and it's surreal. It's surreal because, like we all said, right? We just, like Danny, I just streamed with them the other day, and Anzo had him on the OC on Wednesday. I had him on my channel the other day as well, and this is a huge reminder to everybody how fragile life really is, and do not take things for granted, because tomorrow is not promised, and it takes things like this to reopen our eyes, because us as humans, we are stupid.
You sound like a preacher, bro.
Yeah, I just want to say, when I first seen JJ, I mean, he was like a straight shooter, man. I mean, he'd tell you like it is, and I'm like, that's the way I am. So, that's what caught me like right away, man. He's like, he'll call you out. You could be friends with him, and he straight up call you out.
Hey man,
and I respect that.
So do I, because one day someone went at me in LDG's backstage, and JJ jumped on the stream and just was like, "Yo, don't ever talk."
I remember that.
He came to
very
my back.
Very protective of his friends.
Yeah. He call you straight out, man. Like you do something, I mean, he'll straight up. tell you like it is.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, when I first met him, I'm like, okay, who's this funny looking redneck? Who's this funny redneck guy? He's not a typical redneck. Hell no. You can tell yourself, I may be a redneck, my neck may be red, but I ain't no typical redneck.
It's funny because my first chaos list, right? First, Chris did one to show me how it works. Then I did my show. I invited JJ on, and that's when I found out JJ was a burner. You know what I mean? And we found some comic ground there. I was like, look at JJ.
Smoke up, bro. Smoke up. Yeah. What kind of shit did you get today, huh?
Well, I'll go with Burn. He start coughing. JJ Burn. He start giggling.
Right.
Remember when the first time I heard my wife heard JJ's like, is that Mater from Cars? I
was thinking the exact same thing.
That's why I said something redneck.
That was funny, man.
No, he was a gentleman. Like he would talk to you like diplomatic, like you said, diplomatically, like really respectfully, and like yeah, he wouldn't talk down to you unless he actually got disrespectful. He was a great guy. Like I didn't know him for that long either. Like some people have, or haven't. But he's a great guy. I was just shocked when I was like seeing the tweets Anzo like in the group chat and stuff like that, like about it. I was like taking a walk around the park and stuff like that, and I seen your tweets going out about him, like him being passed away. I was shocked to me too.
I thought it was a play on words about he ripped his channel. I'm like, oh, he's not doing his randomness anymore. I'm like reading along, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, because I thought he was joking around. I was like, hey, I'm going to randomly tweet. I'm not doing my channel anymore. Randomly rip my channel. Bye. I thought I was like JJ style. But I'm like, what the fuck?
That would have been out of the nowhere if he did that.
Yeah, I know. I thought, hey, that's a JJ move. He's closed his channel down for the hell of it, for a little bit. But no.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed okay. Like just like last week, I saw him, and he seemed fine.
Absolutely, and it's a shock. You know what I mean? Like, you're in one of those days. Today was the day. It was like, okay, nothing going on, nothing great. But then you hear that news, and it just like, holy shit, and your whole day just goes to shit, man. And I was just like, wow.
I was just about to type that in private chat LPG.
I'm like, wow, man. No, I got that, man. I got that.
Oh, okay, cool, thank you. I mean, he was. I'm like, I'm not going to mention it, but hey, I was like, hey, LDG.
Yeah, motherfucker better not come in here. I'm telling you that right now, because I ain't playing that shit, huh?
Who?
Well, don't say his name. Don't say his name. We don't want to give the guy credit like tagging. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an asshole should not be acknowledged.
Comic says, rest in peace, brother. I got 53 people in here watching today. Thank you guys for all the support.
Hey, let's get all the likes up.
Get the likes up, and just to let you know, in the private chat, I have a PayPal. It's his ex-wife's PayPal. She said she'll make sure any donations go to JJ. So if you guys are thinking about super chat, don't super chat me. Send that link. You know what I mean? Help out, because we all know JJ had some issues with money, and it's not at a place to say that. So funeral arrangements, stuff like that is going to be hard. So if anybody can donate, it's much appreciated, man.
I tried to put that email link on Honstar's public chat. I don't have a wrench on Guinea Pig site. Tell me the Guinea Pig Collectors thing. I don't have a wrench, but hopefully somebody actually got the idea. It's like, hey, put this together. There's the email for the donation.
Yes. So
Anzo, I want to jump off here, guys. I'll be in chat, but I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in, and
absolutely,
JJ brother, I'll see you soon. So wherever you at, man, I'll catch up to you someday. So
no problem. You have yourself a great one, man, and thank you for popping in. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I'll be in chat.
Cool. Take care.
That was weird. I lost connection for about 20 seconds.
All right. Anybody else got anything to say in Android?
Okay. Austin, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I had the privilege and honor of streaming with JJ for, I'd say, over a year, close to 2 years at this point. It's kind of hard to really, it's almost like state of shock, I just, he was one of those guys that really helped me on YouTube. Like, he would give me advice and stuff, like he probably did to everybody that he met. And it kind of sucks that I wasn't able to meet him in person. Like, I wanted to, he's definitely one of those people that,
Hold on,
is.
Anybody know Mika Curtis?
Mika Curtis. Who is
No.
that?
No, I don't know Mika Curtis.
If they're real, they can type in the chat, regular chat.
Well, I don't know who this is, so
No, you're being targeted.
Yeah, I don't know who Mika is.
Where's he at? What's the time?
Where he or she at?
They popped into the backstage.
Oh.
Person popped into the backstage. I don't know that name. Ain't nobody coming on here that I don't fucking know. That's just that. So you trolls that are in there, go fuck yourself.
Comics knows who it is.
Comics knows? Okay, Comics. Okay. So then I apologize, Mika. But
if it's
you see that.
Yeah, you got vetted. You got to be vetted.
There's trolls in the chat, so I got to be careful, man.
Yeah, trolls like Hormone Nation. You know how much a troll PJ can be.
Culture's also in here.
Like this.
Yeah.
Culture Casino, what's up, man? Thank you guys for popping
chat
in.
at all?
Hey, Jason.
I didn't see them in the chat, so but
I wouldn't trust me.
Yeah, did you do that magic thing where you can get more people in?
Yeah, I can
LDG
merge
you can cross the stream.
Get 20 people.
Yeah, LDG could do that. So LDG will do that, and then we'll have more people along to come in here. Austinator, finish up what you were saying. Sorry, Mika, hold on a second because it's full. Right.
LDG, send Yvette. Hang on, LDG, send Yvette.
If you want, I can drop out for a minute for let someone else on. I can come back whenever.
Okay, Andrea.
No problem.
Yeah, so Andrea will come out and then I'll bring in Mika.
Another one bites the
LDG,
dust.
send
Your
Yvette a
next
link.
LDG.
Yeah, send her a link. Don't turn your icon to her.
Let him
What
type
the hell did he say?
I have no idea,
that's
but
that bitch. I swear to God, dude.
The fuck did he just say?
Yeah,
another one bites the dust. Is that what he just said?
Yeah.
Is he for fucking real?
Yeah, he's real. Yeah, don't even talk about him.
But to all of you trolls in the chat,
that's just not.
Bitch,
you deserve to die.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah,
and you guys,
you kick him off the backstage?
Yeah, he's gone. And you guys are fucking with the wrong one, eh? I'm telling you that right now.
And there goes my camera again. Shit.
You trolls are fucking with the wrong one.
You deserve to die.
JJ did more for us than any of y'all trolls will ever know. So fuck y'all.
That is truth.
Facts.
That is truth.
Austinator, go ahead.
From what I was able, so being able to know JJ for over a year, it was an honor. He had a big heart, and he was a tough SOB when it came to it. He's just an amazing. He was a great human being. It's hard, and my condolences to the family, his friends. I really don't know what to say. We lost a good friend today, and
absolutely,
it's heartbreaking. I mean, he would always, he would always dig on me. We have our inside jokes and stuff, and it was nice, and it's something that you shouldn't take for granted. It's and like someone on the panel said, it's life. It's basically it's short. It's fragile. Like you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, so it's hard. And I'm my thoughts with JJ and his family, and
absolutely.
That's really all I have to say. I mean, I'm kind of just at a loss for words.
Yeah, we all are, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, are you kidding me, man? Like, what the fuck? Really? Like, I ain't gonna go up against him in the Rumble no more. You know what I mean? Like, JJ was my competition. That's who it was, man.
And he won't be around to grill me for loving Revenge of the Sith as much as I do,
or beating me on Ninja's fixed show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or our WeChat.
Yeah, he was good at those things.
What I'm gonna remember is also Tekken.
Yeah.
For those that you don't know, for us that were on Chaos, he bought everybody a copy of that game so that we would be able to play.
Facts.
and we played and we cracked jokes, and you know what?
It was a good time, buddy.
100%.
And he spank our ass a lot of the time too.
He did.
Hey, he asked me, and I said no. I don't want to join you guys.
He did. I had no idea JJ had skills. JJ came on and he was like, "Yeah, I played that." I'm like, "All right." I was like, "I haven't played Tekken in so long, but I'm a gamer. I'm gonna whoop JJ's ass." And JJ fucked me up, man.
Man, he was playing the shit out of that Star Trek game, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know him as long or as closely as a lot of you guys did, but in the time that I did know him, mad respect for the guy. He had great knowledge. He had great wisdom. He did a lot for all of us. I'm gonna miss him.
Absolutely.
I know this is not the chaos on Tuesday night, but I have an honorable mention for Anzo. Will he finally admit that JJ kicked his ass in Mortal Kombat?
Not Mortal Kombat and Tekken. Absolutely, I will. 100%.
I said Mortal Kombat for a reason.
Hey, Vigilante.
Yeah, well, he hasn't. What's up, Vigilante? What's up, everybody in the chat? We got 72 people up in here watching. Thank you guys for showing your respect. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. JJ used to question a lot to me. He's like, "Yo, man, I don't know if people really, feeling me or this and that." But right now, I hope he's looking down and saying, "Okay, yes, they did." Because
is there a lightsaber emoji?
I wish.
I wish.
I wish.
I think all Star Wars fans wish this. Definitely. That's why I have the red lights on the back is for him, man.
Facts.
It's gonna suck, man. We were a month away. And I know you're looking forward to Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also really excited for Kenobi, or was
yes,
it just
Kenobi.
Yeah, he was really excited.
It's sad, man. That's why I said, and I was preaching this like a week before, all the petty shit and stuff like that. And then I'm like, this happens, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Petty shit, I'm done. We don't need this shit. Life is too fucking short. You never know what is gonna happen. You never know. Here today, gone tomorrow, man.
You gotta keep all the friendships that you value the most and never let go.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because I'll never remove his picture from the chaos list. He's a part of that show, whether he's here or not. He will always.
I was going to ask
that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. JJ, he was there the first one, man, and he's been there ever since. So, he'll always have something on that show. He'll always be remembered for that show. And
that's awesome.
And nothing. At least I can try and do is just show my respect for him, man, because JJ was there, man. He was cool, man. Definitely cool. So, like I said, guys, there is a donation there for the family. So if anybody wants to donate, doesn't matter what you donate. If you're thinking about giving me $5 or $2 or whatever, don't. I don't want it. Send it there.
To that link.
Please. Yeah. Send it to that link, man.
Where's the link at? I don't see it.
It should be pinned.
It's
pinned.
It
should be pinned.
Yeah. Some people might have dismissed the pin by accident, so repost it.
Yeah, well, let me check and see if it should still be there.
It's still there.
No, you can dismiss it on your own chat, so you can.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I would accidentally dismiss a pin chat. So
we let Rob know about that this happened too.
Yeah, Rob does know, and we will actually be continuing it on Storm's Live tonight as well. Yeah. So
I'll be there.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're showing our respect for JJ all night, man. Because this.
I remember when we had him on for what was it we were doing? It was what the Star Wars trivia thing we were doing, and the question I had was who I thought was the best director in the franchise, and I was kind of trolling him, thinking that I was gonna go and say Rian Johnson was the best director, but then I surprised them all and said I thought George Lucas obviously was the best one. So
Hey, JJ has some classic moments, man. And because it was such short notice, I couldn't go through all of the stuff that we did to find those moments and stuff. But man, he's had some real classic moments, man.
Yeah.
And so you guys know his link is in the chat there as well, or on the channel. So make sure you guys go and even now just sub to the channel and check out his videos. You know, he did
Anzo.
that. Yeah.
Did it happen?
Anzo, since we got some new viewers here, would you mind taking a 3-minute break and playing the intro again? That's why I hesitated to come on. I'm like, I want to watch this in full.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Did it happen today?
Yeah. Possibly over the weekend. No autopsy done yet. Yeah.
Over the weekend?
Yeah.
Possibly over the weekend. His roommates were gone for the holidays.
Right. And there is going to be an autopsy. Matt just sent me that. So we're going to find out what the actual cause is. But a lot of people are thinking it was his heart. So I'm going to play this intro one more time, guys. Hope you enjoy it. And
buckle this. Ludicrous speed. Go!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another random movie review. I'm your boy JJ, and I got all the normal moviegoers with me this evening.
Looking through my Bible, searching for a song to sing. Heard a beautiful man that passed away.
So JJ, welcome back, brother. Thank you for coming, man. Tell people about your channel.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy
Heaven's the only place that it needs to be. And I know that you never felt pain like you feel today. Please remember
JJ, aka Sithlord, how are you doing?
How's everybody today? Great to be here. Thank you.
Oh, doing great. Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Open them up. The world don't deserve your love no more. The Lord doesn't open up heaven's doors for you. Come on, walk on through. Walk on through, yeah. He's so loving, true and kind. Husband, father, friend of mine. My friends like honey and keeping it real. They both were a part of Mr. Hill. Memories will keep her filled. Had a heart so genuine, so true. And he's smiling down on us now. Said he's smiling down on us now. Got your some weeks today. Yes, he will. Fly away. Heard you got your set of wings today. I know you got your set of wings. The world don't deserve your love no more.
Oh, Sithlord.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Open them up for you. Yes, he did.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Random Movie Review.
Dedicated to the love and memory of Mr. Michael Hill, the Hill family, and any other family that's lost somebody that they cherish and love. Hill used to always tell me, say, I'm proud of you, boy. He used to have that smile, that big Kool-Aid smile. He's a cool dude, man. We miss you. Already we miss you. Rest in peace.
Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Come check it out. And thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
That last one.
I had to put in his.
Thank you,
I
man.
tweet, sometimes I retweet. You know, that was JJ, man.
Yeah. Sometimes
that
I don't.
Awesome sauce, man. I love that. Thank you, dude.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. You know,
like you said, there's so much video, right? If you want,
know.
there's so much video.
I wanted to try and get him on as much channels as he's been on as I could, so I clicked up all the channels that I remember him being on. I know there are some that I missed, and if I did, I'm sorry about that, but I tried to do as much as I could to get that.
Has anybody let Ellie know?
Ali?
Yeah, Dandelion Fluff.
Yes, I let
Yeah,
her know.
she knows. Yeah, she
Okay,
knows.
okay. Like, she's not on Twitter, so.
That's
right.
true. She isn't.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Man.
It's messed up, man, but all the people that came in to pop in, I appreciate it. I see Mary Ma'am is in the house. Jedi Bill is there. There is a link in the chat if anybody wants to come on. There's room there. I'm pretty sure I can have someone jump off or jump on if someone wants to come in. So, yeah,
LGD
man.
is supposed to cross the stream.
That too. But it's about respect for JJ today, man. That's what we're here to do. Like I said, he's been there from the start and he will always be in my heart, man. I'm pretty sure he will all be in everybody here on the panel's heart. So rest in peace, JJ.
You guys has no link here.
Hold on. I'll post it again.
And by the way, you got 2 super chats where the montage was playing. As a reminder, what Anzo said, please do not super chat. Anzo, he doesn't want the money. Send all the money to the email in the pin chat, please.
That is correct. I wanted to thank you guys for the super chat, but like I said, it's not about me today. So don't send any more to me. Send it to that link. I don't care if it's the $2 that you just sent, send it to that link because anything helps right now. And this is about helping, the family out with the arrangements that's gonna
It'll
happen.
be like that in the Storms Live tonight too.
Yes, the link will be there as well. So
it's a free link for Storms Live too.
No.
The link for the PayPal.
Yeah, for the PayPal.
almost, man, almost.
Saw what you did there. Saw what you did there.
Hello. What's up? How you doing?
How you doing?
Yvette is in the back there, and Dylan is there. So
I'll jump off, man.
All right, I'm switching over.
I'll jump off.
You gotta let me
Nah,
back
man,
in.
you stay.
I'm merging it right now.
What's that?
He said he was merging it.
Oh, he's merging. Okay.
What's up, Yvette? How you doing? Okay, Yvette, bounce off. Dylan is here. What's up, Dylan?
Oh, hey,
Dylan.
yeah, I didn't know him too well. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I can't believe he's actually gone. I didn't know him too well, but the short time that I did know him, I always thought I was very respectful, and yeah, he will be missed. He was a great guy. He was a good dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, Dandelion Fluff.
What's up, Dandelion? Glad you can make it. And again, everybody that's
You
in
there?
the chat, much appreciated.
Am I the only one
Yeah, we
talking?
hear you.
No.
I'm here physically, not mentally, okay?
He probably can't hear us. Maybe his connection is messed up, but wow.
Sorry,
Man,
my phone's going weird.
it's all good. All right, so forgive me, guys. I'm probably not gonna stream anymore tonight. I appreciate the invite. Just taking some time to kind of absorb it. Not a problem. It's all good.
Take care,
Like I
man.
said, and anybody's welcome to come up and just share some thoughts on JJ and stuff like that if they want to. It's all good because, like I said, man, this shows how much people he really touched and how much people really enjoyed streaming with JJ. And I'm gonna fucking miss it, man.
Yeah. And
Not the
let's
only
reference
one,
what you
man.
said before, Anzo. You know how he doubted the impact that he was making on the community as much as we kept telling him, you do, what you do does touch people. And
Just because you're not monetized, don't have a shit ton of subscribers, don't mean
That's
you're
true.
not doing your job. And JJ did
Facts.
his job.
Yeah.
He always tried to bring good content. He always tried to bring an intelligent point of view to any conversation.
He made an impact on the community, whether it was his own opinions, he was green, or arguing with LDG about WandaVision. I mean, he made an impact.
One small thing may not seem like a lot, but it can really be the biggest thing of all.
Yeah, people respected him. I respected him. I liked him.
Vet says
Cool
she in the
dude.
back says Anjo. Can you see her?
No, I don't see her there. She might be in.
I think he's LDG's backstage.
Yeah, so I'll just wait for LDG to pop up again.
I mean, without JJ's randomness stream, we wouldn't have gotten the Mandingo jokes.
That's true.
What is Mandingo, by the way? What is it?
You don't know what
You know-
Mandingo is?
I've never heard of it.
there's a link, MSK, pop in. There's a link. Yeah, man, that joke started on randomness, you know what I mean? And it stuck, and I still use that joke till today. So, you know, you're right. If it wasn't for fucking JJ, we wouldn't have that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you ruined that toke, man. I was token when you said the M word. Dude.
What you had any thoughts, Jedi? Do you have anything you want to say?
Just he was a great guy and a great friend. He was really looking forward to being on my next soup. He was on the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JJ popped on to the OOC on Wednesday, and it was just random because we were talking about something. Say, hey, you know, can I pop in? And he popped in, and that's the last stream I have with JJ, and I will cherish that show, man. I really will.
Was that the last thing he was on overall before he died?
I don't know.
I think he was on. He does a lot with Hanstar.
Right.
If I had to guess, Hanstar, they do a lot with that Name That Tune and stuff.
He was not on Name That Tune last night.
So OOC was on Wednesday. So was he on anything between Wednesday to the weekend? Like Thursday, Friday, or Saturday? Was he on it? Was he on any other stream?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
OOC might have been the last thing he did.
Yeah.
The soup. He was on the soup that Wednesday.
Hey everyone.
Hey Yvette.
Hey Yvette.
Hey.
Oh, Yvette. Hey.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Me neither.
Yeah, she's in LDG's backstage. I guess LDG didn't fix up his thing.
She's finally LDG finally got a conscience. Yes.
Anything you want to say, Yvette?
Yes, there is.
Go
If
right
that's
ahead.
okay with everyone.
Absolutely.
Anyone that
Oh, there we go. Okay, now they can hear me.
Okay.
Go ahead, Yvette. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Anyone that knows me knows that JJ and I had an up and down relationship over the years. He is, with Jedi Bill, one of the founding people that brought me into this community over 18 months ago. And I've not regretted any of that. I wasn't talking to him. And rightly so, that's on me. And I've had to walk away. And I've shed some tears and regrets and YouTube bullshit. I've said this all along to many people, and I've done it myself. And please learn from this, everyone. Thank you.
No problem. I have.
You touched me there. Touch me there, Yvette.
I have learned from it. You know what I mean? And sad to say that it takes this, but yeah, it's petty shit, man. You know what I mean? If it's something that can be fixed, let's fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to have that regret to saying I could have done more, I could have done this, and I didn't do it.
Said this. I should have said that
because of my pride. You know.
I think Ninja wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ninja.
All right. So JJ for
hold on, MSK.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
For Austinator and I, JJ was more of a mentor figure, and you know he really helped both of our channels out, especially me with a lot of what I'm doing right now. You know, he always promoted me as an editor. He always helped out. You know, he was always on the watch parties, watch my edits and all that. And, you know, he always told me that, you know, I should look into the editing business and actually become, you know, a movie editor and all that. You know, he was he very much promoted what I do on the channel as well. And he always showed up to my shows when we talked about Star Wars. You know, he would always ask for a link halfway, and he was always he always got a link, and he always popped on, had a fun time. He won the trivia competition that we had for a Lego Grogu statue, Baby Yoda. And, first thing when he got that, he sent me a picture. He's like, thank you very much. I'm going to build it for my granddaughter and all of that for her birthday. So, I hope that his granddaughter is enjoying that Grogu statue. And, I really much, I've always remembered JJ for being a good friend and a mentor figure towards both Austin and I.
Good deal, man. That's good. It's awesome.
Well said, man.
Yeah, it's Star Wars. It's Lego. He
Yeah,
could
very
think of
well
for
said.
himself, but no, he's always thinking of other people.
I got two
That's
people
JJ.
in the back room right now, so I'm gonna have to drop.
Here,
you for
I got the link.
Okay,
There you go.
So two of you can
I
go
got
to
the link.
LDG's backstage if you want.
Yeah,
We got room
I'll
for
jump into
7 more.
his
I'll jump.
backstage.
I'll jump
Okay.
over as well.
Okay.
Tammy's saying in the chat that she really loves it.
Oh, hi Tommy, how you doing? That is JJ's ex-wife. She was the one that contacted me. So I bring in MSK.
Our condolences, Tammy.
Absolutely.
That's his ex-wife.
Hi, everybody.
Who's his ex-wife?
How you doing, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fish shows. I think I'll be out. Hang out. Just have
You be on Jedi Bill stream, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I saw it be crap, but crap eyes out. Man, it's a couple hours.
No
Sorry.
problem, man. I'm pretty sure you met JJ over there, right?
Yes, I've been meeting him constantly over this year. Like a man, bro, like man, the spring or summer. I'm not sure when I first met him.
She said JJ loved us guys. We loved him too, man. JJ was a big part of the community, and it was great to be a friend of JJ and to have met him, man. MSK, what's up, man?
I can't feel like I do a little bit longer. Yeah, so.
Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, everyone?
What's up? Brother?
Yeah, I remember when I first met you. The first person to jump on with you was JJ and LGD.
Yeah.
And we chatted it up. We had a great time that night. And man, my God, that guy would say something and he would just make everyone laugh. I remember I said, I don't have sex with women. He was like, what the fuck? He made everyone laugh. Man, dude.
Yeah,
like,
and the look he would give you was like, what the fuck? Okay,
and then like he would give you that what the fuck look. Like half a second.
I can't do that.
Yeah, and then he would smile. He knew you were fucking with him. Oh my god! But oh man,
what was JJ?
My camera's frozen. Shit, my camera's frozen. Damn it.
It's okay. What was JJ saying? What is it? Are you crazy or something like that?
He was like, "Boy, are you nuts?" I would say every single time. Oh man, I'm gonna miss him, man. That was a good dude, man.
I'm gonna miss him too, man. I think
he wasn't ever afraid to talk to anyone. Never afraid to mingle with anyone, man. You could have been a dog on the street to talk to you. That's a kind soul right there.
And if he considered you a friend, he would have your back no matter what, man. So definitely gonna miss this guy, man.
Yeah, I consider him a friend. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, man. Hey, I won't say I wouldn't be here, but I wouldn't have met a lot of the people that I have, man, because a lot of people know JJ.
That's what I meant.
JJ.
Yeah, that's what I
meant. JJ was a good dude, man. It was a good dude from the start.
It's working. Yeah. I remember the last thing he was bringing up. He wanted to move on from a lot of the things that was happening, and we were like, "Yeah, man, you should do that. It's gonna give you peace of mind." I just hope he did that, before he ended up sadly passing away.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
I know Honstar has more details than any of us, so because he was talking directly to his sister. I mean, our roommates.
Just make sure you tell people you love them every day. Make sure you're keeping up with people. Don't let bullshit get in the way, like friendships and meaningful relationships. It's just not really worth it.
Absolutely.
Because he hated it. You could tell on his face he would hate it if someone he was he was cool with. They were arguing with each other because I mean they couldn't be on the street together.
Oh yeah,
you know, you could literally you see it on his face. You would hurt him, you know. And like I think it'd be a good thing where like if anyone was his friend, if you could like potentially think about pushing past your differences, because anybody that streamed with him, I streamed with him, we all streamed with him, we all know this. Like he literally is one of his biggest problems because he would come on and talk about it all the time. We're like, JJ, you gotta just let this shit go, man. You gotta just move on, dude. And he was like, man, it sucks. My friends, they don't talk to each other. I want to have them on streams, but they're arguing. I don't want to have any drama, you know. I think what would be a really nice thing for him. It's just my personal thing, because after talking to him, the streams we had him on with Onzo and stuff, he, you know, maybe his friends that couldn't talk to each other, maybe, you know, they should, you know, try to work on being
petty shit. That's what I said.
Yeah,
you know
petty YouTube shit. Petty YouTube shit, like that said.
Yeah,
that's what I did, man. It's just bullshit. You know what I mean? You find out that
he was one of the people that like he really wanted people to be like civil to each other and have friendships. He didn't want bullshit, you know, ruining people's lives, and that's something admirable too. Because most people just give up. Most people just give up and just move on.
He was one of the nicest contestants on the Rumble. He argue, but he's nice about it.
Oh gosh.
Yep, and you're right, man. Like JJ didn't like that. You know, he didn't like when the community was having issues and they were arguing and fighting with each other. And hey, man, out of respect for JJ, you know, I'm gonna make sure I bury the hatchet with everybody. It's not, life is too short. It's too damn short, man, to be sitting there and be like, oh,
yeah. Because everything was starting out good, you know, and then he would come on some streams and he'd be like, "Hey, man, some people are kind of, you know, because he didn't know the new kid lingo. We would say it's beef, and he's like, "What the fuck are you cooking?" It's like, what? You know, and then he just wanted people to just, you know, he wanted to have his friends again, and I think since he wanted to have his friends again, I think that'd be a good thing for him to see his friends all together again. Moving on. I mean, that's not to say you're not going to have issues in the future later on, but that's something that he would want, is for you to be friends again and move on, because that's something he really wanted everyone to just be together again and not have any problems with each other, which we told JJ it's not a perfect world, but he was like, man, fuck that shit. He always said that, dude. He didn't care. So that's just my thing, man. I'm going to miss that dude, man. When you told me, I was like, what the hell? I thought you were joking. I was like, oh, wait, I just saw this dude last week on your show. I was just there with him. He smiled at my joke like usual, and we talked for a little bit, and we just left. You never know the last time you're going to say goodbye to someone. I did not think saying goodbye to him last time in your stream was the last time I said goodbye to him. I was not thinking that.
Same here. Yeah. Same here. You know what I mean? You think that you're going to be able to see him on Tuesday on the chaos list, you know, and thinking about an honorable mention for him and stuff like that. And now I can't do that anymore. You know, I can't.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
It's been, I think the last time I saw was going to be at Ed Ida.
Go ahead, Aiden. Sorry about that, man.
This community, I've been a part of it for almost a year now, and I'm forever grateful for that. You guys got me through a rough time with the pandemic and everything, and I've seen many people come and go, like many people leave the server and just never saw them again. But I believe JJ is the first person part of this group that actually passed. And when I heard the news, I couldn't believe it. Like it made me.
Oliver Doom. Sorry, I'm not sure if you ever met him, but he was technically one of the first ones that
I did.
Kind of passed.
I did.
Okay.
What was I going to say? It made me think of all the back to all the past interactions I had with them, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe the last time I saw him on a stream was maybe like one of Ninjroid's Star Wars trivia things, where he kicked my ass at it, of course. Yeah, and I think, and that was a long time ago, so that made me realize that I think I may have taken my time with them for granted. Like, you never know when somebody's gonna when someone's gonna go. So it's like what you said, like savor every moment, and or something like that. You said
I did as well.
If I had known he was going to go that soon, I would have savored every moment. And
he has videos on his channel. He will be at least be able to be watched and looked at for history now because there's a record of JJ on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is.
Whenever he was on, he was he was great. He was a very chill guy, and he was very nice to talk to. And I'm gonna miss him, and may he rest in peace.
Absolutely. Anybody in LDG's backstage want to say something? Because I know there's
LDG. Can you make that back? Can you make your background dark? Because it's hard to see those people icons with that white.
Well, I just heard you gunshot.
Yeah, sure. I think I can.
Anyway, may I say something real quick? I agree completely.
Hey,
with
Dylan.
you, Aiden. Yeah, hey. I agree with you completely, Aiden. I didn't get to know him that well. I wish I knew him better. But when the short time that I did know him, he was a fantastic guy, and he was a great guy, and he will be 100% missed. And that's what I wanted to say when I came on earlier, but I had phone issues, so.
No problem.
You will be missed. You will be missed.
Absolutely.
Hey, Anjo, I need to take off
awesome,
because I need to cook some dinner because I'm a little hungry. I hopped on here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, Jay. Oh.
No problem, Eli. Take care, man. Thanks
Take care, Eli.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Catch you later, Eli. Thanks for coming by, man.
If you guys smoke weed, take a poll out. Take a poll for JJ. If you drink, pour one out for him, okay? Pour it out for me.
I'm burning for
guys.
JJ right now,
I'll
bro.
pop out a cold
so am I.
You ain't burning for no JJ. Don't tell that.
Danny, pour out the drink, man. Pour out the drink. Y'all, come on. Pour out that drink.
You know?
I'm gonna take a swig for JJ.
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. That's what I meant for you, man. For you.
Boom.
Awesome sauce. Okay. Later, guys.
One thing I forgot to say is my condolences to his family.
Absolutely.
Just forgot to say that.
Absolutely, 100%. Anybody in LDG's backstage want to say something? Go right ahead.
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a few things. Whenever I ended up in the chat room, JJ was the first to say hi to me. He was always willing to make the guests and people were welcome. That's one thing I always remember him for. And he always asked me to come down to the thing to stream, and I know he's never had the guts to try. I figured I'd do this one time for JJ. He's like, what I know about him and what I've seen about him is what I could tell you seemed like a good man. And he'll be forever missed.
Absolutely.
So that's all I had to say.
No problem. What up, Captain Track? How you doing? First time on my channel. Welcome.
It's a second. But no, I first heard that and I was just like, what the hell? The one thing I have to think that JJ's in the big Waffle House of the sky because
it's fun. That's one of the few things that that's one thing that I share with JJ. Is that I love waffles. Yeah,
but he had that particular place that he went.
I actually like
to
waffle
his house,
pancakes.
Right?
Yeah, IHOP. It was IHOP.
Yeah, he went to that one place where they knew him and everything. So
what's
they're
up?
gonna be missing him there.
You go get his cup of coffee.
Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Yeah,
Waffle House.
Yeah, I don't know that I have, but what I say is I love waffle more than pancakes. My parents always thought I was weird. My family was for that, but yeah, I'm hard of reading right now because I've been crying for the last couple hours when I heard the news. You can't really see it right now, but my eyes are quite actually red, but quite red. But I didn't know him as long as most other people here, but I only knew him for about early this year since I've only been doing live stream stuff since early this year, almost a year.
Yeah, man. I feel you.
Yeah,
once I started YouTube, that's when I met JJ, thanks to Chris Knight, and was a blessing to know the guy. Captain Trek and Chris Knight, you guys are up.
Go ahead, Captain.
He's always nice to everybody.
Captain, you go
My
ahead.
face is quite twitch right now. I had this before. My face is twitching right now because most of my face is actually twitching because
See,
I've never cried like this before.
I feel you, man. It's
Take deep
tough
breaths,
for
man.
everybody,
Take deep breaths.
So.
yeah, definitely. No, the thing I've been thinking about is, yeah, he would be the first person to kick your ass if you needed it, but also the first person to be there if you needed him.
Facts. He defended me against you, Captain Trek. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, JJ came to my back,
Sure,
and
back there.
will always have respect for him for that. No problem, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Always, like JJ shows you that if you mean something to him, he'll go to bat for you, and
Absolutely.
That's why I will do whatever I can to help out. You know what I mean, and honor the man as he should be honored. So.
Yeah. Just like Guy Scott said earlier, man, I didn't expect it, but look on the computer and he'd already purchased the game and everything, and something wasn't right with mine, and JJ called doggone the Xbox people, whoever it was, and stayed on the line. I guarantee you an hour, and got through the parliament and got the thing straight.
Yep.
So I was like, man, I can't believe he's doing this, but that's what he was, man. If he liked you, he liked you. If he didn't, he let you know it. So
absolutely.
Definitely
Jason Lee, I see you there. What's up, man? Got something to say? Go ahead.
Hey guys, what's going on? I have to make quick because I'm here at work.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, I just want to. JJ, to me, he's meant a lot to me too. As a young YouTuber, because I mean, he was when I started, I didn't know nobody, and he was one of the first people, just come hanging out with me on the back room and just talk to me how experiences. And we had one stream with me, him, and Basker. We had a flying across Florida, and we did it for 2 or 3 hours. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, about two and a half hours. Yeah, flying across Florida. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get back with you. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, it was like 2 hours something, and that was like one of the best streams. That was like one of the best streams ever. I mean, we was just like three buds hanging out in an airplane, telling our live stories to each other, and just good times on it. He was a real good listener. He was a good person that, if you had a problem, he was there to listen for you, listen there to you, help you out. Yep. He had a lot of experiences, and in his life, and he was there. He was almost like a father figure, I would say. To some of us, So
Absolutely.
he helped us out a lot, and he will definitely be missed.
Absolutely. JJ likes to give people, especially because he was a mod on channels for so long before he started to do it. He likes to give people advice about channels, how to mod, and all stuff like that. JJ was always trying to help people, man.
Exactly. He was. Yeah, so I said to me was almost like a big brother or father figure to me. That's what he was like to me. He was, he helped me a lot. He was just a good person. You had a problem going on, and me and him had similar experience. Me, him, and LDG. We have diabetes. The diabetes, heart problems, and all that. So he could he had those experiences. He could I just started having him. He's had them for a while, so he told me about them. What to expect, and how to try to make live as healthy as you can. What could happen to you, So it was he was just like I said, like a big brother, father figure to me. He helped me out a lot. He was just a good friend. He was just a good friend.
Absolutely. Tommy said you guys kept him going as long as he did. He talked about you all the time. Yeah, man. I know JJ had respect for us, and we had just as much respect for JJ, man.
All right, Anzo.
Yeah.
I'm full. Someone's trying to get on.
I'm gonna have
so
to,
can you
I'm gonna have to
repost
go,
your
guys.
link because you got room for more?
When I get off work, if y'all still streaming, I'll try to talk to you later.
All right,
well,
Jason.
I'm going to be heading
Guys,
out
y'all have a good night.
too. But my heart goes out to the family, and of course, JJ was an awesome guy. I'm really gonna miss him. I'm gonna be hanging out too. So, bye, guys.
All right, take it easy, man. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Bye, Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah, man. I mean, I teared up. I was like, damn, JJ's gone. It's like, fuck, you know. And then when I was doing that intro and the song, and I just like I couldn't help it, man. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, man. It's gonna be a tough one to take, you know. If anybody else in that backstage has something to say, I know Darian didn't say anything, so if you want to say something, you're more than welcome. Chris didn't say anything either, man.
Chris, you said he'd be back in a second.
Oh no, Chris in LDG's backstage. Oh, it's Tim. Hey, what's up, Tim?
Yeah, how's it going, guys? Sorry, I'm an hour late.
It's all good, man. You're here. It's all that matters.
Yeah.
If you had anything you wanted to say, go right ahead. You have the floor, my friend.
Well, you know, I didn't know JJ as well as you guys did, but I knew him well enough, man. I thought he was a pretty stand-up guy. I liked him well enough. I enjoyed the time we had together, you know, online here.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good guy. It's fun to hang out with, fun to give shit to, fun to take shit from.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
It really was. Me and JJ would go back and forth all the time, man. I kick your ass on Tekken. He's like, nah, I kick your ass on Tekken. Yeah. You know?
The smack talking was hilarious.
Yeah, he would roast you like a turkey.
Sometimes he would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes he would. So I enjoy that. I really did enjoy my time knowing JJ, man. It was a good guy. It's hard to take this right now. So, but again, people in the chat, much appreciate everybody that popped in. Like I said, there is a link there to help out the family for JJ. So if anybody can, it would be appreciated. Yeah. And I see there's someone else in the backstage. It's Deshaun. Fizz, I'm gonna drop you out for a second. And I'm gonna let Deshaun go. What's up, Deshaun? How you doing?
What up, Deshaun?
I'm doing great. I am very sorry to hear about JJ death. He was a good man.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated. You know that this stream just shows you how much people JJ touched, man. And I'm glad I was able to do this, man. I really was. And everybody else that has done a stream for JJ too, you know, enough respect. I'm pretty sure we'll all be doing some kind of honor for him in the next couple of weeks coming and forward. So it's good, man.
I like Flash's thing. Is that?
Which
yeah, it was funny.
And LG was talking about my fist on JJ. Was what the fuck is he?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
But you know, JJ didn't like to read. He liked to watch the movies. That was his.
Yeah, exactly.
You like Marvel Mephisto?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. JJ wasn't into all that trigonometry. He was like, listen, just give me the movies. Let me enjoy the movies. Fuck all that bullshit.
That was pretty
That was
much me too with MCU. It was like I've read a few of the comics, but I mostly went by the movies too.
So I think the last 3 Marvel movies he didn't see yet, did he?
Oh.
No, he didn't.
There's a couple he hasn't seen yet.
I know he didn't see
I think
Eternals.
LGG put us all off Marvel, didn't he?
Yeah, for real.
He drove us all insane, including JJ.
Tried to.
For real.
Well, there they are, their own train wreck over there at Marvel.
Yeah. Can I say something, Onzo?
Yeah, sure.
I did put it in the chat, but I met JJ long before I met the rest of you guys in the Whovian community when I was on my old channel, and he supported that channel even after I left to move on to new things. And I just checked the stream on Friday. He wasn't there, and he never missed it. Never missed it. He always said, I know nothing about Doctor Who, but I'm here to learn. And bless him, he did try. But he never missed a show. So, yeah, I thought I'd check Friday's stream. He wasn't there in the chat.
Yeah, it's possible because, like I said, I don't know all the information, but I
Yeah,
know, like, it was
yeah.
for his roommates were gone for the weekend. What Hanstar said, so no telling when it actually happened, you know. And
no, but the fact he missed an 8 p.m. GMT puts it back another 6 hours. So I know he never missed any of those shows.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know I sent him a message for my show on Friday night at around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. And yeah, they didn't even get seen. So he didn't even look. It wasn't, and he usually is pretty onto it with, like, if you send him a message, it usually
On
pops
Twitter,
up
yeah.
as notified as seen pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's messed up, man. It sucks.
Did you find out any other information about how he was found, or
hold on, Fizz? Just give me a second. G Major was here. Just let me bring G Major one time real quick. I'll bring you back in a minute, guy. What up, G Major? How you going?
Hey man, how you guys? Rest in peace for sure. This kind.
You're a little choppy, G.
Am I really?
You're a little choppy.
Choppy?
Yeah, you're a little choppy.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can hear you, but it's chopping in and out.
Yeah. Kind of enough.
Let me come back. I'll come back later.
All right.
Kind of loud too.
A little bit, yeah. Hey man, like I said, man, this is one of those streams we're gonna have some fun till it's time to go over to Rob Storms. But we celebrating JJ today, man. That's what it's about, man. Anybody got any funny jokes or anything they remember about JJ? You can spit that out too. Tommy said he was found laying on the floor and had knocked over his table. Not sure what happened. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's messed up, but JJ always did tell us, his heart was bad. And, I remember when he had that last doctor's appointment and he said everything was good. We were all happy for him and stuff, So, I don't know, man. Just like I said, here today, gone tomorrow, guys. So make sure you know that what you're doing. Hey, man, you never know. Life is short.
That is true.
Definitely short, man. Waiting
Yeah,
for Chris
and
Knight.
he used to make sure that we appreciated that.
Absolutely.
Say every day was a blessing.
Yep, and I appreciate my time that I know JJ. I do. You always know when you find a good soul on Friendship or YouTube or whatever, and JJ was a good soul, man. So he's up there with Admiral Doom now, guys, and looking down on us, and hopefully happy to see that we're all coming together to honor him tonight. So it's tough.
I think it's great that we're all here.
It absolutely is great, 100%. Comic Division came in, so let me drop out G Major real quick and bring Comic. What's up, Comic?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Thanks for popping in.
What's up, Comics?
The usual.
Hey,
Sorry
Comics.
to hear about JJ. I got that text from Danny today, and I was just like, "Holy shit, what the hell happened?"
Yeah.
And all I have to say is he has the worst taste in TVs and movies, but my God, he was a great guy to hang out with.
Absolutely. Absolutely, he was.
He would have some harsh words for the sequel trilogy always, wouldn't he?
Hey, he wasn't wrong there, man.
No, he wasn't.
He was not wrong with that one,
Yeah, I'll admit I am starting to sour on Rise of Skywalker quite a bit.
Wait, what, Shaq? What'd you say?
Better late than ever.
For real.
What'd you say, Zach?
I said I'm starting to sour on Rise of Skywalker quite a bit.
Does that mean you're starting to like it?
I'm sour on it.
Sour means I don't like it.
Oh, good.
I loved it in the theater, but it's just gotten less and less.
Okay, good. You're getting smarter.
Hey, I still like Force Awakens, so don't be. Yeah,
Force Awakens is decent.
Yeah.
I read The Rise of Skywalker back in the 90s. That was good, and I didn't need to go see it in the theater.
Give me a second.
You know what I'm gonna miss?
I have another person in the background wants to come and say something, so I'm gonna drop out Zach for a second, real quick. Don't worry about leaving the background. I'll keep you there and I'll bring you back later. Rosetta wanted to come in and say something. Hey, Rosetta, how you doing?
Just a little bit of a memory. I mean, fucking hell, when I started streaming in 2019, it was him and Honstar that helped me learn how to do it.
in the
And
background, though.
not mine. I know that. I'm
That's
up in the
me.
bedroom.
That's you, Danny? Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
But it's like, yeah, when I started, it was Han and me and him that learned how to stream together as a group. And I remember talking to him about his heart problems, my health problems, and that's okay that we'd beat these timers and these issues with our health together and stuff. So when I found that out today, it just kind of like hit me like a sucker punch.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I was like, what? You know what I mean? Like, you're not expecting to get any type of news like that. And then it's just like, bam, JJ's gone. And I'm like, wow.
I mean, kind of expected to hear it so many times because of the stuff I knew he went through medically. And yet when I hear it, it just felt like a punch in the gut and I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. When JJ and I watched the Suicide Squad together, we waited until the end credits to say that movie was so dumb.
but see, that's the type of person
waited.
JJ was, right? That's how he was. He would get the whole story before picking a side or seeing things or judging anything. He would look at it as a whole.
Yep.
And that's the thing, because when things went bad for me, he made sure he was able to find how to reach me and talk to me about what was going on. And that's the type of person as when he cared, like Anzo said before, when you had him in that friendship zone, he would scorch the earth for you and make sure that you were all right.
I mean, let's be honest. Every single person here, we've all had disagreements and arguments with each other, and probably did with him too. But the point is, we're there for each other, and we can argue and discuss and love each other still. And to have that little piece of the community disappear when he was so around there and so there for so many people. And yeah, I'm sick in bed here. I still had to come on and say something because it's sucker punch. It really is.
I agree. 100%. Chris, you're back? You want to say something?
Yeah, well, as long as I don't get another phone call. Sorry. Ever since this happened, I've been talking with his roommate and stuff. So, yeah. Well, I mean, I've been streaming with the guy for 3 years. Or he didn't really do his own streams. He'd be on streams or he'd be doing mod. He'd moderate for people. And as you see up here, the three of us, Han, myself, and JJ, had been doing stuff for a while now on Honstar's channel. And earlier this year, when Honstar had to take a sabbatical away from his channel, JJ and I took it on ourselves to continue doing stuff on Honstar's channel. And you know, he was actually on the second stream I was ever on, and this I'm not sure. I'm looking at all of you guys. I'm not even really sure of all of you who remember when we had to do this all in Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts is how we used to do it back in the day. In fact,
that's when
I remember
I first met you, was hanging out with them back on Google Hangouts.
I remember when Google Hangouts had already announced they were closing shop, and you can still go on there, I think, and still use it, but you can't stream with it anymore. And everybody was freaking out about, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do this? And JJ was one of the people that we were all sitting there trying to figure out new ways. And that's when somebody found StreamYard, and that's when we all started going to StreamYard or Restream or all the other things that you can do. And of course, you know, people like LDG use OBS directly. There's other ways to do it, but everybody used the easy, quick way, and that was Google Hangouts. And I was on a stream with Mary Mayhem because her and I had started talking about The Last Jedi. That's how I got brought into the community that used to be called the Fandom Menace. I don't know if it's really called that anymore, but it is so much bigger than that now. There are lots of subsections and subgroups and things like that, but we're all still a community amongst each other. And I went on a stream with her because we were discussing this, and she liked the fact that I had this. I was open-minded enough to have a legitimate conversation and not resort to name calling, not resort to calling people, horrible names that people were being called who were against the Last Jedi, and people who don't like movies get blamed and called it so many different names just because they don't like a movie, and nobody listens to them. And I was listening to these people, and so she brought me on a stream one day with her and me, and we were talking, and JJ was her mod, and that's when I first met JJ. So my first stream technically is when I met him, and that was like I said, it's probably been 3+ years ago. So the second stream I was on was literally like a hazing where everybody got to talk shit on me for liking The Last Jedi. And this is how I try to equate this. People who know the names like Drunk 3PO and Mary Mayhem and things like that. Drunk 3PO, for instance, had at the time probably 600 to 700 subs. That's how long ago we're talking about. And we, he was just part of this community. We would do these streams called shenanigans where we do, improv and stuff like that, and all that, and we just do in general fun stuff. And it went from that to, hey Deej. It went to that to basically he would do a lot of stuff, like I said, for Honstar, and I started doing stuff with Honstar, doing the DJing on Name That Tune. And from there, I started doing the Rumble. I started doing the weekly wrap up, and he would come on those occasionally. Well, not occasionally. He would be on quite a bit. He was always a guy I could count on for the Rumble if I needed a backup or if I needed a judge or a wild card. He was, and even after we closed up the last season, he was like, "Man, I'll do wild card. I'll do whatever you need. I'm still on board," and all that stuff. And I mean, that's going on like 2 years that he's been doing that stuff. So him and I streamed on a regular basis, like 3 times a week, including your stream, Anzo. That, and then I didn't game with you guys as much as you guys did, but I gamed occasionally with him. We taught games. He'd show up to my gaming streams. This guy was the true meaning of support. And he would say it, and I don't necessarily know how he meant it, but he always said, just he'd tell you, "I'm always watching," and he literally was always watching. You bring him up, and the next thing you know, type in the chat, "Oh, you guys talking about me?" And it's like, this guy, that's what he did. He was always there at that computer, always. And I mean, and those of you who may have ever seen a picture of his room, he was in a little more like a storage room. It had a closet, but he had a bed, he had his chair, and he had his computer, and didn't have much more than that in that room. And I remember when he was doing the modding and all that, and I said, "Dude, you should do your own streams and stuff." And that's about the time he started Randomness at its finest. And he always tell me, I'm not really a streamer. I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing." And I said, "Dude," "there are people out here that are going to help." He was never one to take help, even if you offered it. He'd be like, "You don't have to do that. I'm nobody. It doesn't really matter." Anzo, you helped him with his with the Mad Mouch Roundtable. You were doing the intros for that. I helped him with stuff with that. I helped him with some thumbnails occasionally. LDG did. He did he did an intro for him. We all would offer it to him, and yet he'd be like, "I don't know." And like, for instance, I'd be talking to him, and he'd be like, I just don't know all this technical stuff. And I said, you don't have to. I said, you know how to run a stream. I said, if you need help on the technical stuff, there's people that are willing to help you. He was always one to think he wasn't able to do what he did. And I sit there and go like, why do you think that? I said, look, you do these randomness at its finest and people just show up and you get lots of people to show up, lots of people on the panel, lots of people chatting. I said, you're doing it. Why do you think you can't do it? It's like you're already doing it. And so when I try to push him to do other stuff, the Bad Batch Roundtable for one, the day or two before that actually started, he was like, I don't think I'm going to do it. And I says, dude, why? Why aren't you going to do it? I said, you will be fine doing this. I don't want to say never. I don't want to use that term. I believe he believed in himself, but he really doubted himself too.
Absolutely.
He always doubted himself. And it was like, you're not incapable of doing this. And, I talked to him on Thursday. I asked him what he was doing. He said, I'm going out to get something to eat. And I gave him a call. And the last time I talked to him, I said, hey, dude, on Thursday, I said, if you want to jump on later, we'll play some Xbox games. And I never heard from him. So I don't know if it happened Thursday night. All I know is that the coroner says sometime on Friday is when they did find him. The way his roommate described it was he was just on the floor when she found him. We're assuming it was either a stroke or a heart attack. Nobody knows for sure yet. I asked that they message me and let me know if the coroners let them know, because this time the bad side of it is I know Tammy was in here just a minute ago. Tammy, I don't really know who's in charge of all this. I know that the roommate told me that he's already at a funeral home, and it sounds like something's already decided on how they're doing this. But anybody who knew JJ would know, truthfully, he wouldn't want any of this. He'd be like, why are you doing this? Why? I'm nobody. And that's what he would say. And that was the thing.
Yes.
Because, again, he was a part of this community and in a whole bunch of different ways. And he was a part of this community as a part of its blood, a part of its life force. One of those people that, like, I've heard people say all day now or all afternoon, his sister's in charge. Okay, thank you, Tammy. But he was what kept a lot of people going. And he told me all the time, he's like, man, you gotta slow down, you gotta take a break and all that. And I said, I just don't do that. I said, I understand people who do. I said, I'm not really one of those. I know I slow down here and there. I just don't ever really completely stop. But he was always worried about me. And I'd listen to him say it. He'd be like, man, I just don't feel good. He was worried about a heart attack all the time. He would tell you, man, I might not be here tomorrow. I don't know. I'm living for a day. That's all. He was here to do whatever for as long as it was. And it's going to take some time because, like I said, streaming with him as much as we did, Onzo, Danny, myself, LDG on the Chaos List, on the roundtables that he was on, that we invited him to, the weekly wrap up, the Rumble, Name That Tune, Jackbox Game Night over on Hunter's channel, all that stuff. Every one of these streams is going to be less now, and it's going to take a long time because up until this point, when he wasn't there on Sunday to help with Name That Tune, when he wasn't there on Sunday for the weekly wrap up, when he wasn't there on Friday for cards, or when he wasn't, whatever, whenever we were messaging him and saying, hey man, if you want to come on, all this, it was always, he took a break, he wasn't coming this week, he'd tell you, or he'd just say, I'm on a break, and nobody would think about it. Now it's not like that. There's not going to be another time. He's not going to be on again. And I think the last stream that I know he did was actually the Chaos List last week. I'm not positive about that, but I think it was the last stream he did.
I would like to just say real quick here that, yeah, it's going to take so much for all of us as a group to rebuild, because no matter what level you knew him at, he was involved, always trying to tell other people. I mean, we could be arguing one day, we'd see each other the next day, and he'd be telling me to get my stuff out there because we all want to support you. We love your artwork, girl. You keep doing it and stuff. And then the next day we'd argue again. But it was fine, and it was there. And I just want to send all love and all support possible to him, to his family, to his loved ones, and know that this community loved him, and most of us are there for you. Just let us know whatever we can do. On that note, I'm going to dip before I pass out from my meds.
No problem.
Have a great night, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
Have a good night.
Yeah, Chris, man, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met JJ, right? When I started.
But I was trying to think about that, because I was like, looking back, like I said, my way of meeting him was Mary. A lot of people met him through Mary. But there was Hans Star, that introduced him to a lot of people too. JJ was a good guy. And again, like I said, it was like he always doubted himself and things. It's like you invite him on these discussion streams and be like, man, I don't know much about that. I don't do it. But I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. If you have something to say, we want to hear what it is. It's like you don't have to be an expert in this stuff. But he was a lot smarter on a lot of things that he ever gave himself credit on too. He knew a lot about Star Wars. I don't think he'd always tell you, I don't read. He just didn't read. And a lot of that was, for those of you who don't know, he had poor eyesight. In fact, the last conversation we had came up on, he had said he was wearing readers. He said, my glasses broke, or he had lost them recently. And he says, I'm wearing readers. And I think he said, I need like 3.5, but all they have around here is like 2.75. And I said, man, I can get those. And I was going to be getting those for him.
Not to interrupt you, Chris, but anybody that streamed very much or watched JJ on streams very much, he would literally pull out a magnifying glass.
If you see his camera go off, typically that's what he was doing.
He would literally pull out a magnifying glass to read things.
And
I'm sorry,
I remember him doing that.
Well, those on Name That Tune knew that because he'd say it in backstage and stuff. But he kind of seemed a little self-conscious about that, and I'm like, JJ, he was worried what people would think about some of those things, and it's like, JJ, who cares? If that's what you got to do, then do it. It's like, But I mean, like I said, you couldn't have had a better guy on your side. We all make mistakes; things happen. I know, like I said, I think Rosetta said it. People had falling outs with him at times, and I know that it's always at these moments that we all sit there and go like, "Well, damn, should things have been different? Should I have done something different?" And it's not the time to think like that now. You did have time with him, and you had good times with him, and that's what you should be remembering. And JJ was a great guy to have around. Fun. Just if you needed a grounded, regular guy on your stream, you always wanted JJ on there. And that was the best part about him.
And JJ had a knack for just blurting out something that would just make you fucking laugh your ass off.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Well, and he would tell it like it is. He wouldn't be rude, but he wouldn't sugarcoat shit at the same time. He was honest. Right. If he thought something was not right, or he thought something was wrong, or he would say his piece, like, hey, this is screwed up, Onzo. This or that's going on. And like you were saying, just when you thought, oh, it's just JJ hanging out, he would come up with a joke or, a smart ass comment or something, that would make everybody laugh. You'd think, oh, it's just JJ chilling in the cut, and all of a sudden he'd spout something out, and it would always take people by surprise. Like, everybody'd be laughing on the panel, laughing in the chat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
LDG, you've been quiet. You had anything to say?
No, man, I'm just listening, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, you don't want me talking right now.
I want everybody to talk, man. That's what this is about. This is about getting it out and honoring this friend that we've all met on YouTube. Wish I knew him longer than a year. A year and some months. Wish I knew him longer.
I think it's been like 2 years for me. I'm trying to remember when I first met him. Kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's been. It's hell.
I mean,
Now it's been 3 or 4 years.
I've known him for so long. Like, even it feels like I've known him for longer than I have. Because he used to hang out. I mean, in the backstage all the time.
Day. Yeah.
We used to hang out in the soup all the time. We talked a lot. We were on the round tables together. Too many memories, man.
Yeah, and JJ was always about bringing the community together as a whole, even different communities. I mean, I know you say, oh, we got the Fandomist, we got Comicsgate, we got this label, that label. Jedi Bill, I met you through JJ. I was up late one night, and he's like, hey, go check out this dude, Jedi Bill. I'm on the soup with Jedi Bill, and I ended up on the soup with you. LDG, I met you through JJ. There's, we were earlier on Tommy's stream, Darius Munchausen, Raquel, Super Silent Girl. I met so many people through JJ because he intermingled with so many different aspects of these communities on YouTube. And his whole point was unity. Whether you're a big channel, whether you're a small channel, we can all support each other, stop the bullshit. Let's all come together and be a community. And I met so many people through JJ that I would never would have met if it hadn't been for JJ.
Yeah, and he really lived by it too. He just didn't say it. He did it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
Like I said in Honstar, you'll remember you, JJ, Mox back in the day. You guys were the mod squad. That's what we called you guys. You guys were always in the backstage, always throwing links out. If you guys don't know, when we do this, all the stuff, when you see somebody pulling up these messages and stuff. So before we had StreamYard, before we could pull messages up, what you do is you would have a mod that would sit there and say, "Hey man, you got a super chat, you got this," and they'd be somewhere where they could either type you, message you, or something, and they would keep everybody's links that came on your show or your channel, and they would send them out throughout the thing. So I try to do it sometimes when like Anzo and Dan doing their streams. I know what I'm doing, but I'm nowhere near what he could do. I mean, he would know things. He was on top of it all the time. I mean, Han did it too. Han was there too doing that. But you did it for Mary at the same time, right?
Again, rest in peace. He learned it from Mox just like I did.
Yeah, I mean,
I still have notepad files on my computer with link after link after link, pimping stuff for people. Because that was what Mox taught us was keep it. If you're modding for Mary, I modded for Mary, and then JJ, when I couldn't do it as much, started modding for Mary. Mox taught us that. Keep a notepad. Anybody that's ever on the show, put them on that notepad. So if Chris Knight, if Anzo, if Danny shows up next stream, you got their links. fucking ready to go. And copy paste.
Yeah.
It was Mox's, school, the school of Mox as we called it. But, JJ came into his own after I couldn't really mod for Mary anymore because of my work schedule. JJ stepped in and JJ came into his own, and then JJ stepped out like a lot of us do. I did the same thing, and we branch out into doing streams, be on other people's streams, and like Chris was saying, used to in the old Hangout days, you had to DM people. Like I'd DM Chris and be like, "Hey man, you got a super." If Chris wasn't paying attention or had missed it for a while, I'd be like, "Hey man, you got a super chat from Danny that you need to scroll back up. You got a super chat from Danny." It's easier now on StreamYards than it used to be because you can put somebody in the backstage and they can talk to you in the private chat. But
just give me 1 second, Chris. I'll show that. Aiden, I'm going to drop you off for a bit. Just stay in the background. G Major's here. Bring in G Major and
I got to get going.
Well, okay.
But before I get going, I just wanted to say that
Go ahead.
the way I met JJ was through Mox and Honda, and you guys were all three of you were three great mods, and great streaming, and it was just a pleasure to meet JJ and know JJ and Mox as well, and of course Han. And I think JJ kind of felt like he was going to be there as part of the community forever. Like he'd come back, but he's just going to be there forever. I think that's kind of why it sort of feels like it's not real or it's a joke or something like that. That's why the first instinct is it's some silly joke because he just felt like he was going to be there forever.
Yeah, and when I first heard about it today from messages Anzo had posted from other people like, "Hey, have you heard this?" I was like, "No, somebody's fucking around, man. This ain't true. Somebody's just messing around." And I'm not saying you were lying, Anzo. It's just in my mind. I was like, "No, man, this is some silly bullshit."
Yeah, your mind tries to rationalize it and goes, "No, come on, that couldn't possibly be true."
You get numb to it, and you're like, "Oh man, I just talked to him. No, man, I just talked to him the other day. No."
But I got to get going, guys. I got work calls coming in.
All right, Chris, take care, brother.
All of you, look after yourselves.
Yeah,
See you, Chris. Guys later.
I'm gonna put in.
Take care, Chris.
I'm gonna put in like the 10 minutes because we're gonna go over to Rob Storms and continue it over there for anybody that wants to check it out.
Well,
I'm mute G Major, but G Major, you had some background noise, so I hope it's gone. But
How do I sound okay?
you sound a little loud, but
yeah.
Justice Mike.
Oh no,
you're loud and there's some interference.
Yeah, there's some interference.
Yeah, Chris is showing exactly what I'm talking about.
And this is what you're taught to do. And like I said, I know what I'm doing. I'm just not that quick with it. But this is everybody you might ever have. This is everyone who's ever been on my streams that I have or I've streamed with. This is everybody's stuff right here. And as it changes, you got to make sure you change it. And but this is what you do. And I know that, for instance, Mox had he had thousands of people.
Oh, because there for a while he was like Tommy the Guinea Pig Collective. He was modding for so many chats. That's how I ended up modding for Mary, was because Mox was so busy he could not mod for Mary. And Mox and I had got to be such good friends. He's like, "Hey, I told Mary that I trust you and you know what you're doing. I'm going to put you in touch with Mary." And then when I couldn't do it anymore, same thing with JJ. Hey, JJ's a good dude, because, when you give somebody a wrench, they can fuck your channel up if they really want to before you realize it.
Yeah.
Mox is all about that.
Mox hated friend wrenches. And you know what I'm talking about, Chris.
Yeah.
You'll go to channels and it seems like everybody in the chat has a wrench.
Right.
What a lot of people don't get, and what we were taught, JJ and I were taught, and JJ took to heart, was if you're given a wrench, you can fuck somebody's channel up
Yep.
And if they're not paying it, because part of the reason the moderator there is there, so like Onzo doesn't have to pay attention to the chat, Chris doesn't have to pay attention to the chat. You take care of it, and if there's something in particular, I pointed it out to you, like, hey, Onzo, so and so super chatted you, so and so asked you whatever. But with the wrench, you could get out of pocket and say some shit in somebody's stream. And Chris was saying that's why Mox was so against what he called friend wrenches.
Mhm.
Was I could go in there and type some crazy, racist, sexist, crazy shit in Onzo's chat if I had a wrench, and next thing you know, Onzo's channel is shut the fuck down.
Right.
You know, JJ took that to heart. He took that seriously. That if you give me a wrench, that is a responsibility, and I'm going to serve you in the best way possible and do the best job that I can.
Absolutely. G Major, do you have something to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, am I sounding this better?
Your sound is okay. I adjusted your volume a bit.
All right, yeah. I have to say, I am grateful for the community, especially Onzo bringing on to meet all you guys, especially JJ. I feel JJ is a very cool person. I got to be on the stream one day and talk on the stream, and you got it. I thought one thing is rest in peace, and two, stop the pettiness. You never know.
Facts.
Yep.
I agree with you 100%. And I'm gonna let everybody go through their last final thoughts or say whatever they have to say, because we gotta bounce out of here soon. I'm putting the link Robert Storm's channel where we will be on next, and there will be another stream dedicated to JJ. So Gaishka, go ahead with your final thoughts, man.
Oh man, final thoughts is the void will never be filled, but like we have to do in life is we have to learn how to live with that void and remember the memories, and through the memories, that's how people live on forever. And with this YouTube thing, we can always go back and actually see him and rewatch it and crack up and make comments and share those memories that we did on streams with them. So my final thoughts is, man, don't take it for granted, guys. That's all I have to say. It's sad that this shit has to happen for us to reopen our eyes every single time, but the human race is dumb like that.
Facts. And
Amen.
Well said. Danny.
Well, I'm just going to piggyback off of what Guyscar said as far as he will be missed. There's going to be a void that will never be filled. JJ, like I said, man, when we used to play, in particular Tekken, man, he was just always funny and saying stuff, never negative, always was kind of, if something wasn't right, it bothered him until he could get it right, or he tried everything in his power to make it right. So he would definitely be missed. Like I said, he and I talked about meeting up because he has family here, I think, where I live, in the city I live. I'm going to hate the fact that I'm not going to get to meet him, but he would definitely be missed.
Absolutely. Chris.
Just remember, and I'm sending this out in the group chats and stuff. We say it all the time. We need to stay in contact with each other. And I know we all get busy. Life happens. But JJ would text me out of the blue. I'd try to do it with him. Today I probably talked to some people I haven't talked to in a while, that I haven't streamed with in a while, that I probably should. And I know it's just a box. This is just a computer. Lots of us didn't get to meet him. But, Danny was talking about it. I had talked to him about doing it. I know, Anza, you'd said if he'd ever come up there or if you'd ever make it down here. We all wanted to meet each other. We all want to meet each other. This is a box. We have our friendship. But it's always nice to meet somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But just remember, if you're sitting there looking through your messages one day on Twitter or on Facebook, or if you got a person's number and you haven't talked to them in a while, man, just send him a message. Hey man, how you doing? Like I said, I talked to him on Thursday. I sent him something on Friday, and that's how quickly it changed. Thursday, I talked to him. After that, nothing. Send him a text on Friday. Send him a text on Saturday. Whenever your chance is to talk to somebody, to message somebody, let them know, hey, thanks for being here. Anthony, yeah, I know. Anyways, just remember to, like he would do, he'd check up on you, check up on people, man. It's going to be greatly missed. He's going to be greatly missed, and it's going to take some time to get over it because there's always going to be that spot that we're all used to him being in. That he's not going to be there anymore. And like this right here, man, this group that OnStar and me had with him, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be really different too.
His image will. I mean, he won't be here. His image is going to stay there. I'm not changing. I'm not changing that artwork, but
no,
he won't be there. So there's going to be a huge hole bigger than his picture on that card that's behind you, Chris.
Yep,
absolutely. Tim, you're up.
I'm gonna miss him, man. I already miss him.
Me too.
It's just I don't know what else I could say better than what you guys have said. I always remembered him as being the gentleman. Always polite, unless he cussed at you. Always had something good to say about somebody.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be tough not having him around now.
I agree with you 100%. Next up is Honstar. Go ahead, Honstar.
Oh, I met JJ so long ago on a channel called Creepy Little Book. We were both chat rats. And we ended up making a friendship with a third person that unfortunately also is not with us anymore, named Mox Rocks, that was one of the big moderators on YouTube there before his untimely death. And JJ and we just struck up a friendship, man. And I've known JJ for 3 or 4 years now. I was also lucky enough that last year I actually went to Jacksonville and met JJ in person. My wife just so happens to also have a friend in Jacksonville. We went down there for a few days last year, and I got to kick it with JJ for a few days. And
Cool.
I just have so many memories, so many stories about JJ. I'll just say that, and I know none of you, I'm sure, thought different about him, but the JJ you saw on here is the JJ that you would have met in person. He's one of the most genuine, caring, loving dudes that I've probably ever met in my life. I mean, he didn't have much. He had poor health, but he was always upbeat about it. He didn't get down on it. Like others have said, hey, live my life one day at a time. I woke up this morning, everything's good. And the last thing I'll remember, I mean, obviously I've talked to JJ since then on streams and stuff. The last thing I'll remember about JJ is the last night that I was there. He gave me a big bear hug in the parking lot of my hotel. And he said, man, I love you, brother. And I could tell. And I'm starting to get misty-eyed. I could tell he meant that. It wasn't just saying, hey, man, I love you, brother. I could tell he meant it.
Facts.
He connected with people.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you never met him in person, he connected with people on a serious, real level. And, I mean, he was one of my best friends, whether online or offline. So, I mean, I'm getting misty-eyed again talking about us. I wasn't going to cry on stream. I about did on Tommy's stream earlier, but I'm trying to stay positive and keep those nice memories in my head.
Absolutely.
He'll forever be, I mean, I know there's a record of him online. We can all look back and see like streams of mine he was on, Onzo's, yours he was on. But I'm gonna hold him, right here.
Facts.
Because he really made an impression on my life. He was a genuine dude, and when he called me brother and I called him brother, I meant it. You know, he was a genuine guy, and there's not going to be another person like JJ.
That
And
is correct.
rest in peace, brother. Like we were saying earlier, I know right now he's looking down on us, smoking the fattest blunt you've ever seen, and drinking a cup of coffee from and drinking a cup of coffee from the Waffle House. That was two of his favorite things on the YouTube was smoking
Facts.
a little 420 and getting his damn cup of coffee from Waffle House. I like to think he's smoking a big fat one and sipping on a cup of coffee from Waffle House, watching us all talk about him, looking at us like, man, why y'all making a fucking big deal out of me, man? Come on.
Facts. LDG and his chat room over there. Anybody want to say anything? Go right ahead.
I just want to say that.
Go ahead.
Oh, do you want to go first, LDG?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, in the 7 months that I've known JJ, he was like a mentor to me, and you know, as a moderator, as a YouTuber, and just as a guy. And I did really look up to him, and he was too humble to ever, you know, accept praise. I would always tell him that I couldn't do this without you. And you know, he always showed up for me, and I always appreciated that, and I'll never forget him.
Excellent. Well said.
Red shirt.
Yeah, I just wanted to pitch my 2 cents in quickly by saying I only knew him for maybe a little over a year or so. I got to know him and Handstar at the same time over on Mary's channel. And to expand upon what somebody was saying earlier, he truly was a gentleman. And I really mean that in the highest form of compliment I can. Yes, he could get his dander up. Yes, he could throw down in an argument. But by and large, he'd always give you a chance. He'd listen to your side of the story. He's a great guy. We had a few laughs. We had a fake argument once about smoking weed. I don't even remember what it was, but we just got each other laughing about it because we're both big potheads. And God bless him, and, you know, love, peace, and strength to his family. I don't know him nearly as well as most of you guys, so I kind of feel bad being here. But I just wanted to be here to show my support because he was I can hear his voice in my head right now. He had a very distinctive voice too, both in what he had to say and how he said it. He really was a wonderful guy. I had all the time in the world for JJ. He will definitely be missed and long remembered by this community. I have no doubt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else over there?
I'm sorry, I was muted. Who's next?
Could I,
Aiden?
Yeah, I just want to say once again that it's been a long time. It was a really long time since I spoke to him before he left us, and I really wish I had spoken to him a lot sooner. And you should never take your time with anyone for granted. And
that is correct.
Captain?
Yeah, he's definitely going to be missed. I knew I could always rely on him, and he's good and bad. Good and bad. He would kick my ass, and he would be there when I needed him.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
If you look at the last thing he tweeted, it was on Thanksgiving.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Waffle House
Waffle
coffee.
House.
Yep. All this.
So,
who's next?
Captain, did you have anything you want to say? Cockney.
Very sad, speechless for once. He called me lamb chop.
He did. Yeah, he did.
That's so JJ. Hey, lamb chop. Following me, Dan. Yeah, salute, brother. That's it. To Valhalla.
Absolutely.
You bet.
Yeah, I've already said my piece on regret people. Listen to me. And I preach the YouTube bullshit to everyone else and don't take my own advice. A lesson that slapped me in the face today. In fact, when Onzo came in and told us, my first words were, really? I didn't even believe it either. Like everyone else, denial immediately. I will say, though, JJ brought Whovians into this community and this community into the Whovians community. He linked so many communities over, gosh, I don't even know how long I've known him, over 3 years, easy. And he was persistent. He was very persistent with everything. And yeah, he still supported the channel I came from, even after I left. As I said, I checked on Friday. He wasn't there, and he never missed the show. So, fond memories, regrets.
Absolutely.
And I hope everyone learns from this that YouTube bullshit is not worth anything. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Austinator.
Oh man, I don't know if it's one of those things where I know I'm not gonna be able to do it justice, but I'm gonna try. JJ is just a rare human being that you don't really see a whole lot of. He was genuine, he was caring, like he cared about people. He had the biggest heart, and he's a wise ass. He was one of the best BSers that I've come across, and for some of the fun moments like the Mandingos and what the fuck is wrong with you, that stuff I'll miss. But I'm mainly just gonna miss like his advice. And the one I think regret from all this that I wish, and I think this might be a lot of people's regrets, that I wish I was able to get to know him better than I did.
You forgot the one line
I
you
know-
used to say, "Man, you guys are sick."
Yeah.
I always love that one.
Yeah, that was a good one too. He's somebody you can't really replace, and I think he has everyone's respect, and it's gonna be hard. And I think we're gonna do him proud as time goes on, and I'm pretty. He always says he didn't really like people, on YouTube calling each other friends because then it's like, well, then you might, then they want something, but I think in this case, he is a friend, and he always has been, even if sometimes he didn't want to say it, or he didn't want to say it by friend specifically, but he was a friend, and even more specifically, he was family to us. So, I mean, we already miss him, and it sucks.
Facts.
But I don't know what to say. This is rough. It hit me hard. I'm gonna miss JJ for what he lacked in his health. He made up for in spades and character. No matter what came at him, he didn't phase. He wouldn't. He was JJ. He didn't sell out. He was who he was, and to the very end. And again, if you don't know who JJ is, he has a channel. He has shows to watch. Check them out.
Facts.
Randomness. Watch them. The good, the bad, the boring, the exciting, all of it. I was honored to be on this show, to hang out with him, to know him, and it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute.
Facts.
So take care, JJ. I'll miss you. And thank you.
Comment?
Sorry, what's that?
Oh, you have any last words or anything?
Oh yeah, man. I think I met JJ back in 2018 on Mary's channel, but it wasn't until I got to hang out with Chris, Onzo, and Danny where I really got a chance to get to know him a little bit. And he's a great dude, and he's gonna be missed.
Well said. Jedi.
Yeah, let me say what I think. The voice in my head is JJ saying, "You sappy motherfuckers, stop grieving over me. I'm high as fuck because the weed in heaven is good as hell, and you motherfuckers stop fucking grieving over me because
Well
I'm
put.
high as fuck and I'm fuck this shit. I'm out.
Fuck
Love
this
you
shit, I'm
guys.
out. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
He will be missed. He was on.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, JJ. Jetty, finish up.
He was an awesome friend and just a great man, and I was happy to know him for the almost 2 years that I did. He was on many of my soups, and he was wanting to be there for the next one.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. No problem. G Major, any last words? Oh, you're chipping out again, bro.
Yeah, shit, you know.
Nah, it's not that good.
Go ahead, Skip. I'm good.
All right, go now. I think you're good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say rest in heaven, JJ, and guys, stop the petty and take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
Let your family know what's on. Let everybody know what's on.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That wasn't me.
The perfect ringtone.
Yeah.
That's a crazy ringtone, Chris.
And
We got to
Zach.
talk.
Zach, last but not least, go ahead. Last words, and then we'll close it out.
Well, like I said when I came in, I didn't know him as closely or as long as all of you did, but all the times we were on these streams together and all that, he was funny, he was straightforward, he was very respectful, and I had mad respect for him, and it won't. And like watching your guys' streams and seeing y'all work off each other, it won't. Something will be missing without him. I'm really gonna miss him.
Absolutely. Well said. For those of you in the chat here, there is a link to Rob Storms. He said people are welcome if they want to come on and show the respects over there too. I just want to say, JJ, thank you for blessing me with your presence, man. It was a pleasure to know you. I will miss you. You were on my first show, and you've been there ever since, man. And if anything I can do to honor you, I hope I did that tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the banner that I have up there for a moment of silence for a minute, and then I'm going to close the show with my intro. So condolences to you, your family, and everybody else there that's hurting from this right now. Just know that you were always loved and you always will be. With that being said, guys, peace, love, and hair grease, and we're out.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another random movie review. I'm your boy JJ, and I got all the normal moviegoers with me this evening.
Looking through my Bible, searching for a song to sing. Heard a beautiful man that passed away.
So JJ, welcome back, brother. Thank you for coming, man. Tell people about your channel.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy
Heaven's
JJ.
the only place that it needs to be. And I know that you never felt pain like you feel today. Please remember
JJ,
this when
aka
I say
Sithlord, how are you
gotta set a
doing?
wings today.
How's everybody today? Great to be here. Thank you.
Oh, doing great. Glad to have you. Glad to have you.
Wings today. Open them up. The world don't deserve your love no more. The Lord doesn't open up heaven's doors for you. Come on, walk on through. Walk on through, yeah. He's for loving, true and kind. And Father, friend of mine. My friends like money and keeping it free. They both were a part of Mr. Hill. Memories will keep her filled. Got a heart so genuine, so true. And he's smiling down on us now. Said he's smiling down on us now. Got your some weeks today. Yes, he will. Fly away. Heard you got your set of wings today. I know you got your set of wings. The world don't deserve your love no more.
Oh, Sithlord.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
You open them up for you. Yes, he did.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Random Movie Review.
Dedicated to the love and memory of Mr. Michael Hill, the Hill family, and any other family that's lost somebody that they cherish and love. Mr. Hill used to always tell me, say, I'm proud of you, boy. He used to have that smile, that big Kool-Aid smile. The cool dude, man. We miss you. Already we miss you. Rest in peace.
Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Come check it out. And thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
Open them up, fly away.